Good evening, Vikings, and welcome to tonight's contest between your Niles North Vikings and the Maine West Warriors. We will have flag football action for you coming up in the next 5 minutes.
Please stand, kindly remove your hats and face the flag in the northwest corner for the playing of the national anthem. The faculty and the students, we hope you enjoy this evening's varsity game between the Maine West Warriors and your Niles North Vikings. The head coach for the Warriors is Gabby Goldman. The head coach for the Vikings is Karen Wolf. Let's go Vikings! Karen Wick, excuse me, head coach for the Vikings.
Vikings are ready. They're going to pass down, and already the flag is stripped. It does seem like we're going to restart here. Vikings with the snap. Redoing the pass, now going to run it laterally. Breaking through with some spin moves. The flag is taken around the 31. Vikings already looking good out there, and they have the support of their fans here at Chuck Post Stadium tonight. Not sure if you could hear, but fan base actually finishing out the national anthem before. I guess we'll call it a tradition here for our flag football games. Vikings. Looking ready, little motion, gonna hand it off. Viking taking it down far and stripped ahead of the 40. That'll be a first down for your Niles North Vikings.
First down, Niles North.
Ball will be spotted at the 41 as the QB prepares for the next set of downs. Another motion, fake the pass off, and goes long. Great completion by the Vikings. Flag taken just short of the opposing 40 on the second down.
Great completion for the Vikings.
Joining us now, we have Jacob Orenstein, who's running duty on the camera upstairs. Jacob, how's it look out there?
Looks great up there, Anthony. Beautiful night tonight here at beautiful Chuck Post Stadium. Our camera operator Jason running a little late. He just showed up, so I'm happy to be with you in the booth, Anthony.
Yeah, definitely, Jacob. And this has been an exciting game already. Vikings moving it down the field. We're going to move just 2 yards further with the first down. Now, again, we're going to recap the rules here since this is a new sport to the IHSA and Niles North. Your first down markers are going to be every 20 yards. So the 20, the 40, the opposing 40, and the opposing 20 before, of course, the goal line for a TD. Vikings again looking ready. Ball is snapped. She's going to run it down past the line of scrimmage. Flag taken with a little gain, maybe 1 or 2 yards, Jacob.
Yeah, number 7 there on the Warriors. She came flying in there, Anthony. Just an absolute aggression. This is a really good Maine West team. They're 10-1, I believe. And they're definitely going to make it. They're going to show that early here.
Yeah, Warriors coming in here 10-1. Meanwhile, you get the Vikings who are undefeated at home. So 2 strong teams that are ready to put on a show tonight. The Vikings await the snap. A little motion on the close side. Gonna fake the handoff, and now another long pass. It's intercepted by the Warrior. She's gonna run it down, and the flag is finally taken just past the line of scrimmage, Jacob.
Interception, Warriors.
Yeah, she just read that perfectly. Saw that ball leave her hands and just absolutely pounced on that, Anthony. Just a great read from that Maine West secondary.
Yeah, and the Vikings have to be careful. In the JV game, we saw a couple of underpasses. It's now coming into the varsity with this program, and so got to make sure you connect, and can't let the Warriors get in the way. Obviously, a very strong, as you said, defense. Warriors are spotted at their own 39. They're going to run it through the backfield. They're gaining quite a few at the 50. Flag is taken by number 37, Elena Kachik.
Yeah, blazing speed right there by the Maine West running back. She found the outside, and she was running with a full head of steam. Luckily able to get chased down, but man, you got to watch out for that speed.
Certainly. Warriors coming in very fast, and they're going to look dangerous here. Again, faking in the backfield, and the Q just taking it all the way through. Looks like the flag was taken around the 35, but that speed on full display. Jacob, do you have any calculation on the MPH?
No, Anthony, we don't have that advanced of a setup, but she took off right up the guts of Lamar Jackson type speed right there. So this is something to watch out for. You know that they can run. They know that they are well conditioned. That is what could beat the Vikings in this game.
Yeah, QB number 9 going to do a quick pass down the middle. Flag taken. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go for the Warriors. We're going to move it back. Saying 13 yards to go. Good snap, and already she's scrambling. And she's going to get pretty far. 3 Vikings on her, finally taken down around the 22.
Wow, under pressure, able to make something happen there, Anthony. Now, the rules of flag football, there is a rusher, and she is not allowed to be touched at all. So QBs are constantly under pressure in this fast-paced flag football game. But she did not break a sweat there. Able to find the hole, able to burst through that gap, and she made a lot happen.
Yeah, certainly. Now, the one thing that you can do to prevent a rush like that, as we see the incompletion, the one thing you can do, the IHSA rule book refers to it as a screen, so you can just set one player up, just get in the way, but you can't move at all. Just try to put a little roadblock in the way there, Jacob. It's now 4th and 1. Warriors are going to go for it as there is no field goal. And incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs on the Vikings 21.
Yeah, a lot of hot potato there. I think that ball I thought was picked there for a second. Just good job on this Vikings defense. The pressure lock up where it matters most. And this Maine West team is showing that they are scared early on. They are showing their record. You got to play up to them, and the Vikings did just there.
Certainly, Jacob. Vikings getting ready. Snapped, and they're going to try to run along the outside. A little lateral, but it's broken up.
Fans, if you drive a black BMW license plate,
Stick is going to get moved maybe 2 yards there.
Your lights are left on. If you drive a black BMW license plate DY40377,
Vikings are going to line up their 7. Looking fierce, looking ready. And we saw that our last game that we casted, Jacob, against the Highland Park Giants. Or no, I'm kidding. It was the Niles West Wolves, that big game. They ended up winning 34-16. I mean, what'd you notice about the Viking team back then?
Anthony, I noticed what they did a lot back in that game was hip movement, making it hard for defenders to dive at those flags. It's something that I see a lot of flag football teams work a lot. I've been to multiple flag football clinics, actually one flag football clinic. I'm going to be honest, I checked out the Hands Team Academy and their flag football clinic right by Lane Tech, and that was something they worked a lot. I talked about that last game, and it really makes it hard for defenders to hit a moving target there.
Yeah, we didn't really see the hit movement on that play. Kind of just taken right around the line, even back a few yards, and it'll be 4th and long. Probably going to be looking at a punt here, Jacob.
Certainly, Anthony. This Vikings team has got to play faster. Maine West is tiring them out right now, and that is kind of what's been the key so far, is just that conditioning. Maine West is running up and down the field, and the Vikings can't keep up.
Yeah, certainly. That'll be the Warriors making a breakthrough. Finally down at the Viking 36, maybe 35. You'll notice there that you had 4 Warriors lined up against that kick. That's in the rule book. You have to have at least 4 to prevent, too many people crowding the field further down. Only 3 allowed to receive. It's an interesting strategy. They kind of crowded right there just to try to block the vision of the punter. It'll be the Warriors running now. And a fierce flag take around the 29.
Yeah, just a good read right there. Able to just dump it off to her. Just gets a good solid gain during that. And Maine West has been capitalizing well on the run, but watch out for the pass here. They've been working it a little bit here now. Yeah,
it'll be a handoff this time around. And can't break through. The flag is taken for a gain of maybe 3. The Vikings defense is doing a great job of slowing this Warrior team down. We know that they're capable of big plays, almost how the Vikings played in that Niles West game. They were taking it chunk by chunk. Meanwhile, Warriors are not able to get that same type of play off, Jacob.
Yeah, it's definitely very noticeable, Anthony. The Warriors, they have been stumped by the Vikings multiple times. However, defense cannot solely win yourself a game. They can only hold on for so long. This Vikings offense has got to respond. If they respond, then that is how we win the game. Defense can only hold on for so long.
Yeah, certainly, but they did a pretty good job there, sort of crowding around the intended receiver. It'll be an incompletion, and it's 4th at, I believe, 28. They're going to go for it, though, again. In these short field situations, there's not much you can do. Except break through for a first down, it might be. I don't know, it looked like she got past that 20 before the flag was taken, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Anthony. I thought I saw the flag be taken well back to where they spotted it. It is kind of hard to tell from here, Anthony, but overall, though, great run there, able to just use her hips and just make good space.
Yeah, and it will move the chains, right? I suppose there are no chains in flag football, but it will be a first down. We got to come up with some new analogies here, Jacob. You got any in mind?
Oh, move the stick? I don't know. They got the down marker. Move the marker.
Yeah, we'll be workshopping it over the next couple of streams, folks. But that ball is going to move back quite a bit. Warriors now 2nd down from the Viking 28. Far in the backfield, she looks for the pass. It's caught. There is a flag on the play, though. As the Warrior continues to run, the flag finally stripped around the 5. We are going to see what this call is, though, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, Anthony. It looks like there appears to be some confusion on the field.
And it is important to note this sport is new to everyone. You know, in the I'm sorry, IHSA, honestly, newly sanctioned this year. Coaches are learning too. We do have a call here after discussion with the Warriors. The spot will stay, though. It's third within the no-run zone. So the Warriors will not be able to run this ball just right in the end zone. They've got to go for a passing play. Kind of evens the playing field.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. They've been running it a lot. Let's see whether they can pass. And that's a touchdown for the Warriors. Just a great route there. Run to perfection. Able to find her in the back of the end zone. That was just absolute perfection.
Yeah, certainly. And, you know, as a Viking defender, you want to be spread in a short field situation like that, especially right in the red zone. You know, you don't have anyone putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and so you're not going to be able to force them to give a bad ball. You just have to be wide in the end zone. Going for the conversion here is intercepted by the Viking. That play is dead. And your score will be Maine West with 6, North Vikings with 0, with 7 to go in the first half.
Go Vikings.
Just another really good read there, Anthony. And I'm watching it back here on the stream, and yeah, just absolutely was able to just perfectly time that pick. She gets up, she pulls it in, and that will make the score just 6-0. And it's interesting to see.
Yeah, certainly. Also important to note, you can't score off an interception on that conversion like you can in other forms of football. That's to help players be safe. Obviously, you don't want a big goose chase down the field. And also, you know, just end the play, get the turnover quick, and keep the game moving, especially with the running clock. Vikings second down after a gain of 2. Vikings looking ready. Great communication there on the line of scrimmage. And we're going to look at a pass. It is dropped, unfortunately. Now third down and a ways to go.
You got to have that. You got to have that. That play is a gimme. Just absolute butterfingers, kind of a brain fart play right there. And that, you cannot be doing that with Maine West, who is a big challenge for these Vikings. You got to play with no mistakes if you want to beat this team.
Yeah, and part of that you can blame to the fast-paced nature. A lot of people, as an overpass almost turns into an interception. But on those shorter plays, you're going to see the ball moving fast, and not everyone's ready. That's a communication error, but it's also just kind of the nature of the game, Jacob. Fourth down for the Vikings. They're going to set up to punt. Got Warriors down by their own 40. Expecting a big one here from the Vikings. Again, you get the 4 on the line, crowding, trying to block the view, but will go around. Is shorter than anticipated and goes through the legs. Warriors going to run it down before she stopped at the 40, maybe 41.
Yeah, I think it was just about there. Just a decent punt. Didn't have a lot of air to it, but it was able to bounce a little bit, kind of keep the Warriors on their toes there. Overall, hopefully this Vikings defense locks up once more as time is starting to wind down here in the first half. It's crazy how fast this game goes by, Anthony, with this running clock.
Yeah, but that's part of the excitement. You're going to see a lot of plays and usually a lot of scores. This is maybe a lower scoring half, but you know, when the Vikings play against another opponent, like when we saw the Niles West game, that scoreboard was running hot. Here's the quick forward pass. And the flag is finally taken at the 39. Another thing about those short punts, it makes it a lot harder to get to the other end of the field. Vikings, no matter if they turn over on downs here, still going to be hard to move all the way down, as opposed to, if you can put the Warriors back by their own 20, maybe catch them off guard there.
Yeah, but I don't know if she quite has the leg to reach all the way to the other 20 there, Anthony. I mean, after all, this is a very new sport. Everybody is learning, but that would be quite a lofty punt, even for a great punter that the Vikings have.
Certainly. Another thing we got to take into account here is the ball as we reach our first. We thought it was a timeout. Again, we're starting to get adjusted here. Looks like the ball will be moved back. Did you see a flag, maybe an illegal motion or some contact, unsportsmanlike conduct?
No, I didn't see anything, and looking back on the stream, and no, it doesn't appear to be any flag on the field, so a little confusion there.
Yeah, well, it will be an incompletion for the Warriors. But as I was saying, the ball is different than other types of football. It's a little bit smaller and more slick. I was trying to toss around with the managers a little bit before the game, and you really notice it likes to slip out of your hand. Now, obviously, they have gloves on to help with the problem, but it's a very different feel that could be affecting the kick.
Yeah, it's also a smaller ball, Anthony. I believe it's a youth size 11, 9, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I know it is not the size of a regulation tackle football you see at the IHSA. We're going to see if we can confirm that shortly. In the meantime, it is 3rd and 23 for the Warriors. Shots back. Gets on the screen, and she drops it. I said it before for the Vikings, but I'll say it again for the Warriors. You got to have that, Anthony. And do we have a confirmation on what size the ball is?
We do not, again, because the sport is so new. It's a little bit harder to find resources at the IHSA, but they are working on those materials. Part of that fast adoption is what's helping the sport grow to so many schools. Here's 4th down. Looking for it, and it's good. That's a first down. And then a couple of yards. Looks like she was taken down around the 33, 34.
Warriors with the first down.
Yeah, she's moving. That's going to move the chains. But tick, tick, tick. This clock is ticking down, Anthony. This running clock keeps this game fast, and you got to be on your toes here. They do have 3 timeouts, I believe, but they want to keep it moving here.
Certainly. Warriors with a new set of downs could be looking to get one more score in before the end of the half. 1:20 on the running clock. She's going to run it through. Great pressure there by the Vikings, but she runs along the outside and taken down. Quite literally, the flag will be taken around the 16. Also a first down.
And it looks like we have an injured Viking on the field. Dawn Palmer, one of our amazing trainers here at Niles North. I'm gonna go check her out, make sure she's okay. And we got a lot of great trainers here at Niles North. We got Dennis Makes, we got Joe Paywall, and of course Dawn Palmer. Anthony, what can you say about these trainers?
I used to play volleyball. I'd always mess up my fingers off a block. They'd be there to tape it up. They provide a lot of great services for our student athletes, so we're always very appreciative. They also have an amazing set of student interns and extra participants in their sports medicine program. So that means a lot of the students here in Niles North are getting involved in the athletics department and maybe get some transferable skills if they look to go into sports medicine or nursing.
Yeah, it's just one of the many great resources here at this school, Anthony. It's amazing. I recommend anybody watching, any student watching, take advantage of it. And our injured Viking is still down, but she is being tended to. The clock is stopped for the injury.
do have an update. She's now sitting up, still being tended to by Dawn Palmer, our athletic training staff here at Niles North High School. Both teams taking advantage of the break and play, trying to figure out what'll happen in these remaining 63 seconds. Vikings, Tom Arenas down there with the team, as well as Coach Karen Wick.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, it does kind of give everybody just a second to catch their breath. I mean, it's just under horrible circumstances, but this is a fast-paced game, flag football, such a new game, and this is kind of a harsh way to give everybody a break. I hope she's all right. She's still down.
Certainly. One of the reasons this can happen is because they don't wear padding. That's also helped the adoption of the sport. It's not very expensive to start a flag football program, at least compared to some other sports that the IHSA offers. So without the padding, and the rules are designed to avoid contact as much as possible, but it will happen. And, sometimes stuff like this just occurs.
Something I'll say about every sport. I think every sport, at least in a little way, is a contact sport. People get hurt. It's just how it is, and it looks like our injured Viking is going to be carted off here. It's hard to see, but once again, thank you so much to our athletic trainers. Thank you so much, Dawn Palmer, for attending to our injured Viking.
Certainly. Coach Wick coming back from the vehicle now, just confirming with her player. And I believe we will be back to play after that intermission. Russ will get the ball. Jacob, do you remember the spot?
Well, it looks like the ball is going to be at about the Vikings. So they're moving it about around the 17-yard line here for the Viking. Well, for the Warriors. It is in Viking territory though, as play will resume, and this clock should run again. And the clock runs again. Scrambling, tries to dump it off to the receiver, and incomplete.
Yeah, almost got an interception off the tip there, Jacob. Would have been a good situation for the Vikings. Now, we should note that the clock does not stop in flag football unless you're in the final minute and a half or so. So we are going to be seeing some more plays here toward the end of the half. Warriors right for the snap on second down. The QB scramble and incomplete. Might have even crossed the line of scrimmage there, Jacob. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I think she might have there, trying to get the jump pass on up there, but just no receiver just couldn't get on it. Just overall, not a good throw, not a good read, and overall, great job of the Vikings secondary to make sure nobody's open.
Certainly, Jacob. Vikings defense keeping them in the game this first half. The clock is moving, and again, the quarterback will try to take it herself. Flag taken. Maybe 3 yards further, but not a lot.
Yeah, not a good game right there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The Warriors have struggled at fourth down here, Anthony. Let's see what they do here. She scrambles outside, finds a receiver open, and flag might have been pulled. No, touchdown Warriors.
And the Warriors will end the half with a touchdown. I mean, there is still time for maybe a couple more plays. Clock will be reset here after the touchdown as the Warriors look for the 2-point conversion. Again, that 2-point conversion come from the 8-yard line. In the quarterback's hands. A lot of pressure on, and incomplete. Vikings stopping the 2-point conversion, leaving Maine West with 12.
Yeah, just completely under pressure there. Vikings in her face. She was not going to complete that on any day of the week, Anthony. Great job on the Vikings just to bring that pressure.
Certainly. Vikings will get to attempt a final drive with 13 seconds left on the clock. Ball is out, looking for an open path and incomplete to stop the clock with 8.5 left.
Yeah, just couldn't get the tight spiral there, Anthony. I wonder if there's anything going on with the ball here. I mean, that looks similar to when you tried to throw it earlier.
Again, you do have to adjust to the grip on this ball, but they do have gloves. Could just be the pressure with the remaining time on. Vikings going to try to run through, steps out of bounds with just 0.9 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, it's Hail Mary time here, Anthony. Just try to throw something up. Hope someone's open. And could potentially see a big play here to end the half.
Yeah, it's what we're used to from the Vikings. So with 1 second remaining in the first half, third down, it's snapped. And it looks like the Viking might have been thrown off by the buzzer, but that is your first half. Maine West Warriors up 12 to the Vikings 0. Jacob, any thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, overall, just a great play first half by both sides. A defensive battle so far, only 6 to 12 nothing. Apologies, but just overall, just a great defensive effort. Vikings, though, they haven't been able to do much on offense. Maine West have been the only people to put really any points on the board, and it's been hard to watch with the Vikings. They can't get anything moving. It's been punt after punt. And also just little errors, dropping wide open passes, dropping short passes, or even like plays like we just saw right there where she stopped when the buzzer is. You can't stop. You play through the whistle, Anthony. I think if the Vikings just stop making these little errors, then we can be singing Viva Viking victory by the end of this game.
Yeah, definitely, Jacob. We'll see how the Vikings adapt in the second half in the coming minutes. Stay tuned.
And welcome back to the beautiful Chuck Post Stadium. Jacob Ornstein here. Anthony Bramley will be joining me shortly. He had to run downstairs real quick. But in the meantime, it's just me, and I hope you're happy with me.
Welcome back. Back on the clock, second half. Let's go Vikings.
So it's the second half now. Trying to get that situated here on the scoreboard. All right, so second half is underway, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with our scoreboard here, but Maine West takes it, and she's going up the sideline, makes a Viking miss, and finally her flag is pulled right around the 50-yard line. A great play by the Warriors. And Anthony Bramley joining me back here in the booth. Anthony, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I was just checking in with some of the many fans here at Chuck Post Stadium tonight. Obviously very excited to be here for our flag football team. Second half, starting off the Warriors. And they're going to run some incredible speed. And you saw the Vikings slow down. They thought the play was over. It is not, and that is going to be a touchdown to open the half for the Warriors. Now with 18 points.
Maine West Warriors.
Yeah, just the Maine West showing off that blazing speed there, Anthony. Just absolutely just found the hole, and it was a foot race. We saw it a little bit before there on the other play, but her flag was pulled around 50, and the Vikings hesitated. They thought the play was over, but again, that's why you play through the whistle. Play through the whistle. That's how the Vikings get out of this deficit.
Definitely, and of course, the Warriors will go for two. Faking the pass, and that's complete. Nobody in the corner of the end zone, bringing up 20 for the Warriors. Vikings meanwhile still with nothing.
The pump fake fooling him a little there, Anthony. Just able to just find a receiver, and Maine West is up 20 here, and now the Vikings, they're getting tired. They gotta claw back out of this, and they got some work to do. I think they can make it happen.
Yeah, certainly. You do mention that they get tired. There's not a lot of break time here. Again, it's a running clock. So while they don't get a lot of break, they still keep that adrenaline rush. Here's the Vikings now with the ball. And lateral pass completed. Flag finally taken with a gain of maybe 8.
Yeah, I like the little trickeration there, trying to get the lateral off. It almost went horribly wrong, but alas, I mean, she was able to make a little something out of nothing, and you got to respect that.
Definitely, Jacob. The Vikings great with that improvisation. Here's the snap. Vikings looking for the pass. Incomplete. Great coverage there by the number 7 of the Warriors. Bringing up third down and maybe 12.
And the Vikings are struggling on offense again. They gotta get back into this here, Anthony. They're down 20. The clock is running, and it's just, they gotta make these plays if they want to be singing FIFA Viking victory.
Definitely. Again, in the Niles West game, they were moving the field chunk by chunk, able to be really efficient on offense. And we saw the attempt there. Almost went really well for them, but incomplete. Now we're seeing them more reserved, going for a couple yards at a time. Obviously, that one was an exception, but did not complete. The Vikings will bring up fourth down with 12 yards to go.
And Anthony, here comes another punt. It's been hard to watch this Viking offense. They haven't been able to get much done. However, the special teams has been decent. They've had some great punts, and here's another one right here. And a great punt there by Niles North.
Definitely. That'll come up around maybe the, saying it's the 47-yard line. Warriors, again, in good position. And we're noticing that this game tends to stay on one side of the field, making it hard for the team down to come back. But, you know, the Vikings are capable, Jacob.
Yeah, 100%, Anthony. And the defense has been great, although the scoreboard may not display it. But it's just been the little mistakes that have been killing the Vikings on both sides of the ball. And, we have a flag on the play. A yellow one, that is.
Yeah, could have been holding. We saw the Viking try to grab the flag, grab the jersey instead, so that might count for something there. It was a great run, though, by the Warrior. At least 10, maybe 15 yards on it. And the referees are going to discuss. Yeah, will be holding by the Vikings.
Looks like there's a flag.
There's another mistake the Vikings are making. That's what's been killing them, these little mistakes. And Maine West has been capitalizing every time.
Yeah, it is going to be a 10-yard penalty, too. Warriors in pretty good position to score again, their second score within 5 minutes. There's the snap. They're going to try to pass. It's good and caught between two Vikings. The flag will be stripped at the 15.
Yeah, just able to smoothly get that flag. Just a great defensive play by the Vikings. Although Maine West is still making it happen on offense. They're knocking on end zone again. And another score here, Anthony. And it's going to make this way harder for the Vikings to come back from this one.
Definitely, Jacob. Again, though, this game is fast-paced. Anything is possible, and it will be a flag on the play with an incompletion. We're going to have to look at this call here. Again, the referee's discussing. Looked like it's on Maine West. They'll move the stick
Warriors,
5 yards back. Tiny error there by the Warriors, but they are still looking good. Will be a replay of the down too, so still 4 to go to get to this goal line. Snap is off, and she's going to run through. Flag taken again at the 15. Great pressure by the Vikings.
And wow, that Maine West quarterback, she's got some wheels there. She's been making these Vikings chase after her all game, really putting them on roller skates. It's been crazy to watch. She's been putting on a show here.
Definitely, these Warriors are very fast. We saw it on that first touchdown too, as they go for another. No receiver for that pass down the midfield. And with 12 and a half, third down, the Warriors still have 16 to go. Great pressure by the Vikings. It'll be a short pass, another incompletion, bringing up 4th down. Warriors will probably go for it. But that's a missed opportunity for the Vikings. They saw that ball was going to come short. Could have had someone swoop in, Jacob.
Yeah, definitely, Anthony. But overall, just a good job pressuring. Otherwise, overall, it's going to bring up this 4th down opportunity, and it's Maine West. Why wouldn't they go for it right now when they could really salt away this game? Oh, you can't drop that, Anthony. You cannot drop that. Just that pass was perfectly placed, and it just fell out of our hands.
Especially on 4th down, it'll be a turnover on downs. Vikings will resume from their own 16. And yeah, very unfortunate for the Warriors, who have been pretty clean in the end zone. And she really didn't have anyone covering her. It was just maybe overpass to her left a little bit, just couldn't get the hands on it. It'll be an incompletion. Vikings with the ball now. Motion. And down the midfield, it's short again. Vikings not really able to put a lot of air on the ball tonight, Jacob.
Yeah, and the score has been reflecting that. Just the Viking offense just hasn't seemed to have figured it out yet. And when you can't figure it out, Anthony, you don't have a lot of time to actually figure it out, because this clock, it goes by fast. We're almost already halfway done with this half, and it's just been crazy to see.
Definitely, Jacob. The Vikings lucky that number 1 by the Warriors wasn't up to jump, obviously trying to mimic what she was trying to do. But that could have been a pretty bad interception. Could have gone all the way down to the house. Vikings on 3rd down. Another short play that's incomplete anyway. Bring it up 4th. They're going to have to punt it, Jacob.
And here comes the punter again, Anthony. This is like, I think, the 4th punt here for the Vikings. I mean, it's something you don't like to see, but it's just this Vikings team has just got to get something going on offense. And time is ticking.
Definitely, and we could see a fake here. Maybe, I don't know, it could be against the rules, but they did have a short yard situation. Ball is muffed, and it'll be dead at the 40.
Yeah, and it's dead because in flag football, a fumble is considered a dead ball for safety. So, kind of interesting. Almost, you can almost treat just touching the ball as like a fair catch. Overall, though, great punt.
Certainly, probably the longest of the night, too, by the Vikings. The Warriors will take over first down from their own 40. And QB, great pressure by the Vikings, and she is sacked for a loss of 7.
I mean, that QB can only run back there for so long. Just good pressure there by the Vikings. She couldn't find anyone. She couldn't dump it off. She couldn't do really anything there. And just overall, just great athleticism by the Vikings just to get in there and pull that flag.
Yeah, definitely. She's good at running forward, but can't really run back. There's the pass. And tries to get her down the sideline. Almost got some illegal contact, but the flag is stripped from the 42.
Yeah, and it's one of those things as if you're used to tackle football, it's kind of weird to watch like an awkward moment like that. She can't really fully run through her, as that would be a penalty. So, and snap goes almost over the head, launching it downfield, incomplete.
Yeah, great arm, but it's unfortunate that she was able to give all that arm. There should have been some pressure by the Vikings, and no one was there to take advantage of the missed snap. Incompletion brings up fourth down at the 42. I suppose it is 2 to go. And flag on the play might be a false start, Jacob. Did you see anything off?
Not at first glance. It is, in fact, going to be on the Warriors, and they were caught offsides.
We'll replay the down, though. Almost kind of advantageous for the Warriors here. Giving them some more space to work with here. Bit of an awkward snap yet again. And under pressure, the Warriors cannot get the first down, taken at the line of scrimmage, or the old line of scrimmage, rather. Now it'll be a Viking turnover on downs. This is a much better position to be in, Jacob.
Certainly, Anthony. And for these Vikings, it's go time. They are down big. Time is winding down. You need a quick score right here. That's how you get this momentum going. Quick score, quick stop, score, quick stop, one more quick score. That's how the Vikings win this game.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, especially with this running clock. 6:15 ready to go. Wait for the snap. And they've got to get this down quick. She's going to try to run through. Lateral. And a flag taken at the 46, Jacob. Not the yardage that they needed.
Yeah, trying to get that pitch off, and no real space for either or. I still think the pitch was a good idea. She was at least able to get a couple after that, but overall, not a good play.
Yeah, and it is interesting to see all these pitches and lateral passes by the Vikings. Almost makes me think of rugby, trying to keep that ball alive. Great run is taken just for a gain of 3, and that's kind of what throws me off about flag football. You know, they'll keep running through. You finally see someone pop up with the flag, and it's much shorter than needed. Third down.
Yeah, this game really kind of gets your eyes moving. It's a lot of following, then looking back, following, looking back. It's certainly weird, especially if you're used to American tackle football. But overall, though, flag football is such a new, entertaining sport. And here she comes. She's going down the 20, the 50, 5.
Well, that is exactly what the Vikings needed. Great run, and you saw them throw off the defense. Fake the quick forward pass like the Vikings are used to. Then gets the big one, and there was the Warrior secondary in the back, but Vikings just too fast, Jacob.
Yeah, certainly, Anthony, and quick score. Like I said, quick score, time for a quick stop, then another quick score, and then another quick stop.
Yeah, well, we'll see them attempt the 2-point conversion here from the 8-yard line. And she's going to try to run through. Flag is taken short. Will be no good, and with the running clock, we are approaching 4 minutes left in the game, Jacob. We need quick movement from the Vikings.
She almost had the 2-point conversion there, just not able to get her hips out of the way in time. Just great job by the Maine West secondary just to close off that gap. She had no running room, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. So Maine West is going to take up shop here and hands it off. Going around the 20, she's got some yardage, and her flag is pulled somewhere around, I believe, the 25-yard line.
Definitely Jacob. Will be second down now from the Viking zone 26. High snap and the handoff, and she's going long. That's at least a first down, and then some, maybe taken around the 48.
Yeah, she's just showing off her speed there, Anthony. It is crazy. Once she gets a little bit of wiggle room, she's gone. She's able to get the flag pulled, I think, close around midfield. Overall, though, Maine West has been showing why they are 10-1, because they seem to be outrunning everybody, outrunning all the competition.
Definitely, and the Warriors are being wise to stick with the run. You can't strip the ball in flag football, and so there's no chance of a turnover just by pure play. She does get knocked out of bounds, does not bring up legal contact, but it will be a first down, ball spot at the 41. I'm sorry, 39.
Footwork, footwork, footwork. She was able to work her feet there and just able to juke out some Vikings and just overall just get a little more, just get to that extra 5 yards that really is going to help Maine West. I mean, like they needed, they're still up big this late in the game.
Yeah, again, a little risky with that pass on the midfield, but no obvious Viking defender. Flag will be taken at the 28, and with less than 2 minutes left in the game, it's looking much more dire for the Vikings. Cannot get that easy turnover by play.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's really a way for the Vikings to win this, but overall, just hopefully they can make something happen in these final minutes, just to bring a smile on their face on their way back to the locker room.
Great quick change of direction there by number 20 of the Warriors. Just avoiding being knocked out of the sideline. We're going to try to completely shut out the Vikings here with another touchdown. It is first down with the ball spot at the 18. Or 17. Not within goal range. The Warriors with the high snap. We're going to go for the pass. Almost intercepted, but tipped off the defender's fingers, and the clock will now stop.
A Vikings pick would have been clutch there, Anthony. If she hauls that ball in, she's on the other side of the field, just not able to pull it in. And, I mean, incomplete, and the score will stay as is.
Definitely Jacob. Snapped off. Now looking for the run. Great spin move, and gets through defenders. Finally stopped with the wall. And clock will stop at maybe 44 seconds.
Yeah, she takes a little bit of a tumble there in the process. Not quite sure she's selling, but overall, just great job by the Vikings there just to wall her off.
Yeah, and that clock is going to run here, Jacob. Our apologies. Now looking for the pass in the no-run zone. Corner of the end zone, and it's an easy touchdown. 34 seconds to go.
Touchdown, Maine
Warriors
West.
being pretty decisive about this one, 26 for them.
Yeah, there's not really too much to analyze there. She just ran her route well, and she was found in the corner of the end zone. Just overall, just a great play there by Maine West. And they've been showing a lot of great offense, especially in the second half. And just the Vikings haven't been able to keep up. And celebration on the Maine West sideline.
Yeah, Warriors are going to call this one 34.2 seconds left on the clock, but they will say that's the end of the match. Also does bring up the mercy rule. You know, Maine West Warriors are up by 20 within the final 2 minutes. So that will be your game tonight, fans. Your Niles North Vikings taking an unfortunate loss to the Maine West Warriors, down 26-6. Jacob, your thoughts?
Yeah, a bit of a rough game for the Vikings, but overall this was a very good Maine West team, and I think they were able to make at least a little bit happen. At least they were able to put a little bit of offense on the board, and I go home smiling about that. And for Maine West, absolute blazing speed, and it's entertaining to watch. And overall, though, just a great contest here at beautiful Chuck Post Stadium on this wonderful Monday night.
Definitely, Jacob. From all of us here at Niles North Viking Media, we wish you a good night.